unsilenced, unmuted, undisputed, unfiltered voice, which is Mr. Tendani Musekwa. We are going to be talking the issues of illegal immigrants. And unfortunately, we were supposed to have joined by another colleague just to, hear different views, but it is not a train smash. He is here. We are going to be talking to Mr. Tendani Musekwa with regards to the issues of the influx of illegal immigration in the country. How can we work around it? What is the legal framework? Current influx, how does it affect our socio-economic issues as a country? How are we navigating the whole issue when coming to illegal immigration? Mr. Musekwa, thank you so much for joining us here on Uniso Radio once again. Not a stranger to Uniso Radio and Swahili TV.
Well, thank you very much for having me once again.
Thank
as
you.
Always.
Always a pleasure, Prof. I call him Prof. Always, always
Yes.
a pleasure, Prof. So, this is not the first time we talk illegal immigration.
Yes.
And I think right now, because we are headed to the elections,
Yes.
it plays a very vital role.
Of
And
course.
it's always, complications.
Yes.
And the matter is so sensitive,
Yes. Yes.
Schools, healthcare, we have seen disruptions in those sectors.
Of course.
And we have seen disruptions with the tuck shops.
Yes.
We've seen distractions in many areas when coming to the issue of them contributing to the country and demanding some kind of payback.
Yes.
We deserve. Can we talk about the constitutional and legal framework when coming to illegal immigration in our country?
Yes. I'm sure majority of the things that you are referring to is because it's as a consequence of the actions that have been taken by a movement called Operation Tutula.
Yes.
Some of those actions are very much justified, in the sense that we must also look at the fact that for the maintenance of those healthcare facilities, for example, anything that is a public institution,
Yes.
it is financed by our own pockets as South African citizens in terms of tax.
Yes.
I feel strongly about it simply because I was taxed a very
Of
serious
course.
money this month. I was not fine.
Taxing.
So there's a reasonable ground of justification for such actions, and also we must also remember that there are laws in place that regulate who must be in the country and who must not be in the country. One of those, it is a national legislation, which is the Immigration Act 13 of the year 2002. So it stipulates who must be in the country and who must not be in the country, and who is a legal citizen and who is an illegal immigrant. So once we say something it is illegal, it simply means that it must not be in the country. So I don't understand why would people throw hands in the air to fight against what Operation Tutula is doing to a particular extent, because it is assisting in terms of law enforcement.
Are we contradicting the Constitution?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No, not at all. We are not contradicting the Constitution. I wouldn't be so sure of which part of the Constitution is being contradicted. If maybe you can just highlight me so that I can give a clarity.
South Africa belongs to those who live in it.
No,
Because
no,
I
no.
think that part, that sentence is used a lot.
No, it's a misinterpretation
Okay.
of the Constitution. In actual fact, that South Africa belongs to all who live in it. It is not something that was came to the Constitution as a matter of consequence. No, it was deliberate. In actual fact, it stems from the Freedom Charter, where the Freedom Charter says South Africa belongs to all who live in it. Right? Black and white.
Yes.
We must highlight that point. What was the purpose? What was the purpose of saying South Africa belongs to all who live in it, black and white? It was to fix, if I should use that as a proper word, it was to fix the injustices of the past, to heal the injustices of the past. In terms, it speaks on a racial basis. It does not say you come from somewhere undocumented and come to South Africa and claim South Africa belongs to you. South Africa does not belong to them. South Africa belongs to each and every South African citizen who is documented. And also it South African, South African laws, they are very nice. It also says that even those with exceptional skills who are coming into the country as residents, they also come and enjoy the same status as citizens as well. So what is wrong with that?
Mr. Musekwa, let's look at the pros and the cons of this, and maybe it might be very wild of me to say this or to ask this.
Yes.
The contribution that they put economically in the country, and we look at the concerns and challenges that they put in the country.
The contributions of illegal immigrants.
Yes.
Illegal immigrants.
Now because
of foreigners or illegal.
Of illegal immigrants. We are talking illegal immigration.
Yes.
Because whenever this topic is being put out, it's always no, but we work in, we do this, but also knowing very well that there are documents that are missing for one to do certain things. I mean, yesterday I was even questioning the registration of children in public schools because they need a parent's ID copy, where the parents work, where the parents stay, and so forth.
Yes.
So with that happening, but you still find them in schools. So that also talks a lot about our system.
It's a finding them in schools. I would like to use this particular word and say that it is a miscarriage of justice.
You understand?
Because if you go to the very same schools, they will tell you that there is no space while foreign nationals are there. We're not saying they must not be there, but the Immigration Act, it is not something bizarre. It does not speak of about them in a bizarre way. It stipulates clearly that the holder of a permit or a residence has all the rights. A holder of a permit or a resident, right, has got all the rights, privileges and duties and obligations of a South African citizen. It cannot afford the same right to a illegal immigrant, because an illegal immigrant is someone who's not accounted for in this country. There's no space for them. The Department of Home Affairs has statistics of how many foreign nationals are here, and also permits to expire, right?
Yes.
When they expire, they need to be renewed.
Of course.
And those people are continuously accounted for in this country. Their kids being in school should not be a problem, but the problem should then be the kids of those who came in illegally but want to benefit the same way. It can't happen. These are our taxpayers' money, because an illegal immigrant who comes here with exceptional skills to work and contribute towards the economy of this country and the development of this country, it's one who also pays tax.
Yes.
That person is contributing towards the economy of this country. But if someone is coming here and not contributing anything and want to benefit from the very same public health cares, if this was a political view that I'm saying, then it would not be justified. But I'm speaking about a legal issue, that we've got laws in place that regulates of who must be here, who must not be here.
The reason why I'm asking that is because there was a trend of children buying from their shops, and it was said that they're going to make sure that the shops are regulated and what.
Yes.
But nothing was done. It was just a short moment situation, and it never followed through. Now we have them, they have cars, they own houses.
Yes.
They, the children are in school. Life is just as normal as, someone who is legal in the country. And now the reason why I asked that question is, has the government failed in having to regulate the illegal immigrants or the illegal immigration in the country, that we know that South Africa has more illegal immigrants than any other country?
Exactly. The question you asked is very much important, and I don't think that it needs a very much complicated answer, but a very simple one and short. South African government has failed, in the sense that if you go to the streets now and find the statistics of the number of illegal immigrants that are roaming around the streets, then that will tell you whether the South African government has really been successful or has failed. Because yesterday I had a conversation with a friend of mine who's a cop who deals with these things. So we're just discussing around the issue to say, no, we've got a lot of illegal immigrants and stuff like that. He agrees and says, no, we're having a crisis. I say, no, what is the crisis? No, the problem with these people is that when we arrest them, there is a process that needs to be followed as well. They need to appear in court. Should they be found guilty that they're illegal immigrants, they must go to a correctional service where they must be detained for at least 60 days before they can be deported back to their country, right? In that 60 days, there was an issue as well. I want to show you how the country is losing and why I'm saying the South African government is failing. 60 days of someone in a South African prison. In a South African prison, one prisoner per day spends close to 350 rands per day. Imagine the number of illegal immigrants that will be taken to the prisons. And where should that money come from? From our very own pockets to sustain them so that they can eat. And they must be deported. When they're being deported, what is being used? State resources as well. Where does that money come from? From our tax as well. So these people must judge. South African law enforcement has failed in the sense that they are not arresting the situation before it can even spiral out of control. But it has already
spiraled. Yes, 100%. And with all the issues that we already have in the country, this is also on the top 5.
Yes.
Because of also criminal activities that are taking place with them involved in them.
Exactly.
And I think also for me, it's a question of them not being arrested when we know of their criminal activities.
It's hard to trace.
So let's look at the regulation and enforcement.
Yes.
From the border gates to Home Affairs.
For the Department of Home Affairs to fail, it starts from the border gate. Once you are entering the country, that's why there's this thing called the passport, right? It must be stamped, and then you must be given documentation and stuff like that, which will then be taken to where? To the Home Affairs. But are these people entering directly through the border gate? Because if they were entering directly through the border gate, they wouldn't be classified as illegal. But such time that comes that they are classified as illegal is when their permit would have lapsed. And that's when we can define them as illegal. These ones were defining them as illegal from day one they enter this country. Is it the issue of corruption within the border gate? Probably. Is it the issue of the fact that the border itself is not solid? Probably. But the reality of the matter is that law enforcement agencies, it's failing in that regard.
Do you think that South Africa is not stand when coming to protecting its citizen and its country in this regard?
I think there is a serious crisis in the sense that there's legal protection for South African citizens because we are exposed to danger. For danger that comes as a result of individuals that are not accounted for in this country. If we look at the dangers, one, we look at the issue of the crime that these illegal immigrants are involved in. For an example, there was a girl child, which I will not mention the name of this top politician, who was then executed, and then the individual flew back to Swaziland, just like that. There's one issue of crime, that type of a crime, which is murder and kidnapping and stuff like that. Now, there's also a very serious issue of drugs. The amount of drugs that the illegal immigrants are distributing in this country, it's quite shocking. If you look at the South African streets today, they are dirty. You must go to Hillbrow. Corner to corner. You must go to Bree Street, corner to corner. Not far away, here in Sunnyside, corner to corner. It's drugs all over. And then who is bringing in those drugs? Are they not contributing? I'm not saying entirely 100% it is them. Some of them they are here to seek refugee. right? In the sense that in their own countries there are wars, and which is, of course, we might at a particular level try to justify that particular action, but also that particular action that must be justified, it must go through the confines of the law. But if it is illegal, therefore we have a crisis. South African government is failing to curb that illegality. Hence, it is hence we are defining them as illegal immigrants, people who are not here legally. So they have contravened the Immigration Act itself, which is national legislation. So I do not understand why one would want to come and ponder a debate that these people are protected by the Constitution. The only protection that they have in terms of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa is the right to life. Right to public health care, it is reserved. It is reserved for those whom are legally permitted to be here and the South African citizens. Those who do not have the necessary documents, they cannot benefit from such. They must explore other options. Unfortunately, they must explore other options.
Are we looking at a situation where this issue has become so big that the government itself doesn't know what to do? Like a spill of a problem?
It has spiraled out of control. The damage is just too much. In as much as government, we're not. I wouldn't want to. What can I say? I wouldn't want to descend to that view of saying no. The South African government has entirely failed. It's not even trying to do anything. They are trying, but the crisis is just too much, and they don't want to admit the fact that there is a crisis which they are facing, and they cannot curb it just like that all at once. They are doing the work. They are trying to arrest them. But the problem also is the fact that there is a lot of corruption in the South African police services itself.
Yes.
And this view that I'm pondering here, it is not a view that is coming from my dream while I'm sleeping at home. No. I'm speaking about the officials, high-ranking officials in the South African police services. They are saying we've got a problem here inside. So I have seen this practice, but I've witnessed it with my own eyes. I'm very much grateful that I stayed in Joburg for close to 17 years. You know what they do? They find these illegal immigrants. They put them, all of them, in that big truck of theirs. They move with them, drive just for a few kilometers. When they get there, they open that thing at the back and say, whoever has got on the run must come out. What? Like, really now? So the South African police service itself is rotten from a trainee to a brigadier, from a brigadier to a national commissioner, provincial commissioner,
so it's
left lieutenant general.
All the way.
It's just a mess. It's just a mess. You know what I was thinking? You know what I was thinking? I think that the South African police services must implement what is implemented in the United States of America, where police have got spy camps in their uniform here. So that each and every activity that the South African police services is engaged in, were able to trace it,
Yes.
as to what happened. Everything must be accounted for.
100%.
Unfortunately, those wearing uniform are the ones that are destroying the system themselves.
Which is unfortunate, because we are where we are today because of that.
Yes.
And honestly, we cannot shy away from the fact that the law enforcement itself is captured, and it's captured at a high level that right now we cannot do anything about it.
Yes.
Or maybe we can do something about it, but the rod is too big that it just needs it to dissolve and then rebuild, if I can put it like that.
The lovely thing about this, there's this slogan that has always been said, which I might have been taking it light. They say the sea cleanses itself. It cleanses itself, the sea. What General Mkhwanazi and others are doing there inside the South African police services, exposing the road, it is the sea cleansing itself.
Yeah.
So the sea will cleanse itself. But it needs us as South African citizens to join hands, join forces, and be able to assist where we can, which is very much important. Then we'll get this country right.
100%. Ms. Debsa, you actually answered my question, because I was going to ask, where do you see us going forward with this matter? You know, in having to fix it, in having to make sure that it's just an issue that is fixed, because it's a lot. It has penetrated in a lot of spaces.
Yes.
Schools, hospitals, it has penetrated in a lot of spaces, and it's becoming a rod on a rod on a rod.
Yes.
That, like we were saying, it's too much of a problem now that it has spilled over, that the government, even when they're trying to fix, like, they're not doing anything.
Exactly.
That's how big of a problem we have with the issues of illegal immigration.
Yeah.
But with what you just shared with us, thank you so much for joining us here on Unis Radio. We are left with 5 minutes before the show ends. We are left with 5 minutes before the show ends. But again, thank you so much for for always honoring our invite. I had to call him last minute.
It's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure.
Yes.
But also, we must. There's an issue that I thought we would have touched on. The issue of people I don't know if it's a misinterpretation. I wanted clarity from members of the EFF as to what, when they say open border policy, are they really understanding what the man is saying?
Prof?
Or
Don't
probably
worry.
They are just overexcited and
Don't worry.
above the moon.
We are going to have them next week, and we are going to continue with this conversation, because we also want to understand from their point of view.
Yes.
How are they really assessing the situation? How are they looking into it?
Yes.
Does it have the interest of South Africa in the whole open border gate, considering what is happening currently in the country? Considering that when you say it's open border policy, how are you looking into it? How is it going to be regulated?
Yes.
We don't have tight borders. We don't have tight systems in the country. We can't even, regulate or apprehend the ones that are here that are doing wrong.
Yes.
So how is that going to help us? Is it the issue of trade?
We need that clarity.
We do. No,
we need that clarity.
We 100% do, and we will have them next week in studio to talk about it.
Yes.
100%. No, thank you so much.
It's always a pleasure. Thank you very much for having me.
And that was Mr. Tendani Musekwa talking illegal immigration. We're left with no minute before the show ends. Thank you so much for joining us right here on Unis Radio. Continue streaming us live on ayuno.fm/s/207 from Tshwane TV. Thank you so much for tuning in to Tshwane TV channel 262 on DSTV. Catch me again tomorrow from 10 to 12 while we talk about all things debate. Right here on the round table, we are going to be focusing on Campus Connect, talking all issues that are affecting our students here at Chinisa. But make sure that you stay connected. Do not go away. Follow us on all our social media platforms. From me to you, it is a see you later. Make sure that you enjoy the rest of your day. Until we meet again tomorrow, it is a see you later.
We're off air now.
We are definitely off. Yo.